who are you. This is show how are you wherever you go, right? But you develop it, adjust it to the surrounding, to your market. That's the career prospect. So when students talk a real career about what I can be, it depends during your study what you will learn the most, right? What you will learn the most will be very important because when everyone study one course doesn't mean they will be very expert from 1 to Z. From A to Z, they know everything, they expert everything. Maybe in their career, they prefer to be a sous chef. Maybe in their career, they achieve a higher level fast because they see what the other chef do not see. It really depends how you learn it and how you develop yourself. Again, persistency is really important. So I don't want to address to one or two titles only in the industry, but I want to see students by having these ideas inside of this career prospect. I want to see them broadly. I wanted them to see globally. I wanted them to see the most potential of themselves so they can be persistent and develop that part. That's the most important thing when we talk about this Institute Life. So it's not only like give you bunch of lists you can find in Google, but you don't really understand about the behind the scene of those titles, right? Okay, so let me let me show you the culinary fact of this. Culinary fact at the moment, just same as creative industry now, is part of the creative and digital industry now, is now way faster, reach faster improvement than before. And also the hospitality facts. Why? Because hospitality is not only talking about the hotel management. Yes, we learn about hotel management, but not only hotel management, you can apply to the industry. You can do everything as long as you serve in your corridor of quality. You call it hospitality business, right? Even though you are talking with some discounted hospitality business in the different cover, right? Okay. Let me see. Okay. I will stop in these bachelor programs. If you have any questions, please let me know. Alana, I think do we still have a Paul? No?
No, Pao's internet is
Ah,
unstable because
I
she
see.
mentioned that yeah, it's raining heavily on where she lives. So if anyone from our attendees do have questions, please type it on our chat box and then we'll address it right away.
Mm,
So yeah.
I saw two, Alana. I saw two in the chat
Mhm.
box, but do our attendees can open their mic, Alana?
Yeah, just raise your hand and maybe
Okay.
um allow them to talk. So you may unmute if you have
Yeah.
questions for our attendees and then raise your questions if you have one. But
Yes. Oh,
I must say, like
mm,
while waiting for questions, I
mm,
must say that um the hospitality and culinary industry in the Philippines is very enormous. We have
mm.
one of the strongest food cultures in the world, and our students are naturally warm, naturally service oriented, and naturally creative in the kitchen.
Correct.
And whenever I look at where Filipino students are choosing to study abroad, I often see them settling for schools that are not at the level of what they are capable of achieving. So it's very great, Linda, that you've discussed what Institute Life is, and the fact that your programs can be taken in English and that Lion is one of the most affordable major cities in France, and that you offer post study work permit and opens doors across the Europe. I think this
Correct.
is a genuinely unexplored pathway that the Philippine market is ready for, and it's really great, that we have been introduced um with what Institute Life has to offer. So while waiting for questions, I think
Mm,
we have one
mm.
um one attendee asked, do you have already Filipino students? Is it more with bachelor's or master's?
Okay, we have well, actually I just went back to to the Philippine market last year
Mm-hmm.
in particular, but years ago we had a few students from Philippine for master program, right?
Okay, for
So
master.
yeah, basically I represent Institute Life since 2018, and way before that I can see some of Filipino students studied with us. That's why I
Mm-hmm.
think this is the right time to go back, because I wanna bring awareness aligned with Institute Life value, yeah, value, where even though they go to the let's say the other not management uh, university for culinary and hospitality, they still have to spend some money. Why they don't make it work by sending them their students uh, to a very focused institution, a university in the world that already has the name in like really strong in the industry. But the challenge have to be that student have to be really persistent with that. That's the most important things. Sometimes uh, uh, my other challenge is coming from the student is that from the confidence, Alana, from the confidence. Can I do that? Or maybe the only thing about uh, do I really want to bake or cook, or this is like a kind of very hard doing the management thing. That's that's something I cannot do with that. There has to come from the student itself, even though the parents know how important this is. But if the parents it's not for us, it's not for us.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Got it.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. So thank
Right?
you for answering,
Yeah.
Linda. We have another one. An attendee asked for internship. Do you help them look for it, or will the student be coordinating with like a company to have an internship?
Mm-hmm. We do some recommendation from them. That's the work of our talent manager. We give them recommendation. If they still do that in France, we'll always keep recommending them. But
Mm-hmm.
if
And
they sometimes they have like, oh, I got some offer from Japan. They can go from Japan. They can go there, right?
okay, so
Mhm.
so what are the hotels that you have partnerships with where students can have an internship? Like Marriott Hotel, do you have like a partnership with them?
I will show you after this. Let me find it. I have it. But I cannot remember that. I have it. I have it. Where is that? Okay, let's go to the next question first.
Oh, sure. So while waiting for that, another question is there any age restriction for bachelor's and master's degree? And I think
Um, hmm. Sorry,
yeah, I
go on.
think I will add, will the age restriction affect the visa application?
Ah, that's a really good question.
Mhm.
Age restriction is really important for us. We used to apply this for bachelor program to be only maximum 26, but master degree depends on their experience. But lately, because of some of high school students choose to get some experience first, they are working first. So we try to ease a little bit, looking at the situation and the background why they want to study bachelor at that age.
Mhm.
Yeah, basically, for the visa things, as long as it's as long as the CV is good, because as a university we are the automatic partner for the embassy to screen out our students background. either they are genuine or not. That's really important. I know. That's why
Mm-hmm.
I myself as on the ground people, as on the ground team, and along with you, with yes, we'll do some screening first. That's why at the beginning, we will check out everything first, and then make sure they are good, and then they also good for
Mm-hmm.
visa. That's really important. We
Okay,
we will
so
help. We will help them.
so what is like the typical processing time for application to have a visa issuance? So is it like same as Australia where 4 to 6 weeks, or will it take longer?
In return, actually, the visa process within 15 working days.
Okay.
15, 15 days, 15 working days. But in fact, if they have queue in at the embassy, or if the document is not complete, so at the
Mm-hmm.
beginning, the process have to go through with the campus France first. They will help you prepare everything, of course, before you come down to the embassy to hand in all the documents for the real interview. Yeah. So
Mm-hmm.
the good things with the France visa application and setup, they will help you prepare that before you go to the real embassy session.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Okay. So, what do you think like the reasons why Filipino students would face visa difficulties or the visa refusal, so we can avoid it in the future? Like, is it
Uh,
more on financial or on their academic records, or their mismatch with what they're taking and what their background is, like work and also study background?
my question first will be, do you have any experience with this?
Okay.
Do you
So
have
it
any
has to,
experience with?
the student,
Hmm?
yeah, the student has to have like a background of what they're taking, right?
Yeah. No, I mean, do you have any a lot experience about visa rejection for France?
For France, to tell you honestly, it is a very new market here in the Philippines. So, some of our counselors, if not most, are really not familiar with the process and what the refusals or the reasons we have to avoid, and what are the things that we should include to have the visa granted. So, if you can share that, it would be really helpful for our counselors and for our visa.
Ah, I see. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. That's a very common question that you need to be aware at the beginning. Yes. The most important thing is France is not like Australia, where do you y- in Australia, they maybe you're quite familiar with Australia.
Mhm.
uh they give you the post study work visa, but if you mention you want to work there in the post study work visa, you will put your visa application in danger, right? So this is like offer not offer for Australia, but in France, the fact that you mentioned that you want to work there is actually helpful, but we don't wanna mention it like very clear. But because French culture, they praise if they wanna, if they see that we wanna learn what they have, right? That's also, you can be honest, actually. That's fine. So basically, you can tell them that yes, because I'm learning hospitality, culinary area, field courses in France. Of course, I want to have some experience in a France, in a French culture and language, so that I can bring the French quality in the world. That's really important. But Alana, I can mention I think this sentence will quite influential, that when you show them how your effort to also want to learn the language, that's also helpful, because they the background, right? They're really proud of their language and stuff in French. Well, happen to be memang happen to be the best if you come to this hospitality and culinary business world.
Mm-hmm.
right? So
Yes.
visa application, actually from the Philippine embassy, uh, from the first embassy at the Philippines, I mean, I talked to them and they actually for Institute Life on Institute Bocus, they actually said that we appreciate the name and
Mm-hmm.
the process that you, because I explained all the process, admission and everything, and we actually put our trust on your process because we know Institute Life is not like just easy university to get into, so you must be really careful and really thoroughly check everything's including the background. So basically for Filipino, we don't have any really concern about the visa, but especially the student visa for us life. That's what the PIC told me last year.
Mm-hmm.
I met her last year.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
That was really great to know, Linda. Thank you for sharing that. Going back with learning the French language. As you mentioned earlier, student can choose either learning English and French, or the program can be taught either English or French.
Yes,
Can they switch halfway of their program? Like after 6 months they wanted to learn French more, because I think it's a very helpful for them to learn the language once they graduate and then seek jobs in France. So
correct.
they can switch language anytime, right?
They cannot switch track, but they definitely will use the language even though they are in English track.
Okay, that's
Yeah,
great.
because the way our English track students are able to finally fluently communicate in French because they do internship in France, no other country. Because to be honest, one of my students told me this. I came to France with the A2 level deaf. But believe me, I cannot understand really what they say in French. It is happening. Why? Because it's a different what you call, it is a different dialect.
Mm-hmm.
It's a different the way they express. It's different. The thing is not understand. The thing is your ear have to adjust. That's the most important things. But about the way they communicate, they talk, the speaking ability getting better continuously with their experience in their internship. That's the testimony of this of our alumni mostly, because they will never speak it if they never be in the internship, because they have to trial and error, talk and error. Yes, yes, French is a sexy in the bracket language, I know. But as long as you want to learn the language, so as long as you be open, actually when you are there already, you know what they're talking about. They know how you know how to reply, and you know how to make conversation. That's enough for the industry. But French track is really different. French track, if we are talking about studying, French track is why at the beginning you need to have the B2 level already, because if we are studying, we talk about the pedagogy. If we are talking
Mm-hmm.
about the pedagogy, you need to really understand the language, right? Same as Indonesia, same as Germany, same as Japanese. If we are talking about education, or education language is different. That's why you have to masterize the language. I hope that makes sense, yeah?
Yeah. Yes, thank you, Linda,
Yeah.
for answering that question. So, if anyone has any more question, you can type it on the Q&A chat box, and then we will answer it with Linda. So
Thank
I
you.
can see that here are the partnered hotels.
Yes, a lot of, if you take a look the level of those hotels and industry partners, you can see it's a different level from students starting from the scratch. It's totally different because they know how we being very professional with our students since the beginning, how we shape them at the first year. First year, many students testify that first year is really, really hard. But thing, it's also happening when you study the other courses as well. Because first year is an adjusting moment. So your persistency will really works in that first year. But all those effort will never betray the result, right? So when you are talking about the opportunities in the high level industry, we have that reason to claim that we have a very strong name in the industry. So when people talk about us, about our gastronomic skill, they always compare us about uh, our uh, our similar level competitor in the US, CI, Culinary Institute of Arts, if I'm not mistaken. Right. So Alana, tell me about the uh, i- hospitality courses competitor in Philippines, because if it's Indonesia, my competitor will be from Swiss education. How is with the
Mhm.
Philippines?
With the Philippines, hospitality management is usually taken bachelor's. So
Mm,
students would apply for bachelor's of hospitality management, usually for 4 years.
mm-hmm,
What they would do is on their fourth year, that's when they will have an internship on different hotels. They can do an internship, like um they will be working as a receptionist or helping guests out or housekeeping. So it's really different, I guess, from what Institute Life, because here is really basic. I would say they would teach students the basic things of hospitality and how to um communicate with the guests, and then what the basic day-to-day operations of a hotel is. So if you would like to have a specialization, some would take like barista, so, or different specialization. But in terms of the program, they would do it like in general.
mm-hmm,
So yeah, I think it's very different from what Institute Life
mm-hmm,
offers.
mm-hmm, mm-hmm, mm-hmm. I see. Okay. So uh in the international education market for hospitality courses in France, not even Switzerland give their base in the Philippines. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Right. So our Institute Life also open for transfer students. Usually, when
Mm-hmm.
students already did your diploma, local diploma, they can transfer to our second year.
Okay.
Mhm.
So how do you assess the credit?
Usually,
Like,
I will still ask them to send the syllabus and transcript. We'll have take a look. But most of the cases, diploma finish like our first year, because basic our basic first year is really tight. Our
mm-hmm,
basic
mm-hmm,
third year first year is really compact, and our basic first year is the way when student adjust at the first start,
mm-hmm,
jumping from high school life learning style to hospitality style, right?
mm-hmm,
That's why your diploma, usually any local diploma, usually come with a second year program. But still, we gonna take a look at the syllabus, right? Um, but I have some cases that students think they did diploma, but
mm-hmm,
they only did diploma. So here's the difference. Diploma in the French language is a certificate. So when they're studying diploma for a year, they get a certificate, not a diploma, right? This is like a stereotyping of the language, or maybe the term, yeah, the term when they call it the diploma and diploma is really different. So when
mm-hmm,
you have some potentials, give it you their certificate of recognition, and it mentioned diploma, with E at the back, it's diploma. It's certificate. It's not diploma. Diploma is a diploma.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Got it. Yeah,
Right?
I think here in the Philippines, diploma means like the certificate of completion. Yeah,
Correct.
like
Correct.
after.
Correct. Correct.
Mhm.
Hmm.
Mhm.
All right. So, do we have any other questions, Alana?
Yes, if we have more questions from our attendees, you
Mm-hmm.
can unmute your mic,
Mm-hmm.
and you can ask Linda directly. If
Mm-hmm.
you would like, you can also chat it on our Q&A chat box, and we'll answer it as well.
Yes, because I would like highlight this one. The way you test the market is the way you know your market respond to one university on one courses or one market of education.
Mm-hmm.
So if you I hold many virtual counseling. uh, I know I cannot expect numbers during the counseling, during the virtual counseling like this, but at least you spread the need, you spread the information, and you let people know that you can help to go to Institute Life. That's really important, right? So, I will include you if the embassy or the campus France make a education exhibition, so you can reach your target like easily, like a very straight, yeah. So you can have some chances to introduce more
Yes.
about us, yeah, because
Yes, I agree that
yeah,
we cannot accept like enrollees like overnight.
yeah.
What we're building right now is making sure that they have or they know that Institute Life is an option or studying in France is an option for Filipino students. And it's
Mm,
really great to provide more options to Filipino students and
mm,
not just the usual countries that we would usually inform or let the students know. So yeah,
mm.
thank you so much
Correct,
again,
correct.
Linda.
Thank you so much,
Just
Alana. Sorry, may I ask one question? For
sure.
Filipino, if they hear about France, what first come in mind?
Well, we're friends. Well, food. We know that France has a really wide range of very great food. Another one is your language. We know that France is a sexy language and is a beautiful language, but still, a difficult one. Like learning French is not something very usual here in the Philippines. So yeah, I think it's very good to know that for our prospective students we have more options, more countries that they can choose from. And if they would like to study, what's the best city than Lyon, which is the gastronomy capital of France, right? Just going back, I just have a question. What is the um the typical fees like living expenses, accommodation expenses? Is it the same in the Europe, which is I would say a bit expensive?
I will say Lyon is a very affordable one, because
Mm-hmm.
even though Lyon is only, so it's Lyon instead of is
Okay,
it
Leah.
Lyon? Yes, yes, sorry for that. So let me correct it. So it's Lyon because everything with O and N at the back you call it with ong. So it's Lyon.
Okay.
Yeah. So let me stop. So, with the living costs, usually I always tell students to prepare 1,000 in a month, all in basic transport, meals and accommodation. But in fact, students only spend about 850. It's good actually. Well, I think Manila, Jakarta all also spend around that money, right? And the tuition fee for the culinary first year will be 23,000 something, 20,000 couple hundreds. I will give you after this, Alana, the
Mhm.
tuition fee, because you have to count it like in every section. So I don't want to ruin our eyes here. Yeah, they have a lot, and I don't want you to get some mislead information if you count it like incorrectly. Yeah. So
Mhm.
20, yeah, 23,000 second and third year is 18 and 18. 18,000 and 18,000. Yeah. You can divide it into 10 times payment in a year, right?
And for scholarships, do
That
you offer?
scholarships, basically we have our what you call it, excellent scholarship, but you have to
Mhm.
get admitted first. But this excellent scholarship is not that big. It's only around 200 and sorry 2,500 in a year, and you can reapply for the second and third year. But that's after you get
Mhm.
admitted. It means that you have to finish your application and did your admission progress, and then you get admitted. You get the attestation, and then after that, you are welcome to apply for the excellent scholarship. The excellent
Mhm.
scholarship open start from February to June. Yeah, to this June, and then they close it for September intake, right?
Mhm.
But if parents always ask about the scholarship for the tuition fee, tell them that all the tuition fee already cut off 25% as a scholarship, as a actually as a bursary, but I prefer to call it scholarship for the market. That's supported by our foundation. That's our biggest one. Mhm. I think our market love when we always highlight about the ranking.
Mhm.
Please correct me. It also happen in your market, Alana?
Yes, yes. Parents would really look at the ranking of the school, not just the programs that they offer, but the rankings, the companies that they are in partner with, and also the opportunities that their kid would have right after the completion of the program.
I see. So after the completion of the program, does it mean for the university engagement with the industry or
Yes, yes.
okay, okay, I see. Okay, okay, don't worry, we have that.
That's
We have
great
that
to
a
hear.
lot. Yeah, we have that a lot.
Mhm.
I also invite usually if we are talking about uh the quality of the school, usually parents wanna come and see themselves. I will invite them. When
Mhm.
they go to Europe for the holiday, I will invite them to come to the campus, and I will invite them for a lunch. Lunch at one
That's
of our site, usually lunch at Nomos, so you can see how students serve, how students act as a waitress, and how students cook it.
mm,
Yeah,
that's
so
nice.
yeah, that's really nice. One day,
Mm-hmm.
one day.
Yes.
Okay.
Especially here in the Philippines, we're very family oriented. The decisions that the students would make would really affect on what the parents say. So we're reaching out to parents first or most of the time. So, because they're the ones who decide what programs school their kid will take. So it's very nice that you do offer um parents tour to your campus.
Mhm. Right. I always say that because I wanted them to feel and see what students' point of view of the market. That's really
Mm-hmm.
important because if they're not there, they will have only imagination. If they there, they know exactly and they experience themselves. Will give a different insight,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
right?
Yes.
This I highlight a lot with the QS ranking because this QS ranking is like talk more than me, right? Okay. So I'll give you a copy of this presentation, yeah, Alana, so you can
Yes,
share
please.
with partners, and
Mm-hmm.
if you and your partner want to have some virtual event, please let me know. I'll try to adjust.
Mm-hmm.
Give me two options of the schedules, and let's test the water, so you know how's your expectation of the market.
Mm-hmm. Oh, before we let you go, Linda, we just have one last question from our attendees.
Mhm.
Is there an application fee when a student starts their application?
There's application fee, yes. Application fee is euro 250. That's to uh that's to finish the admission test.
Okay.
That's non-refundable for
Mm-hmm.
the application fee, and they pay it directly on the website.
Got it. Okay.
Mm. Right?
Well,
Don't worry about the application structure. We will help them throughout the way.
mm-hmm.
Mm.
Mm-hmm. And would you require like a down payment before an unconditional offer is the issue
Um, it's 3,000. It's 3,000.
for all
3,000
programs?
for all programs, yeah. 3,000 for the attestation, and then after that you go with the visa.
Okay,
Mm.
got it. Well, thank you so much, Linda,
Thank you so
for
much.
the
I think we cover
information.
everything.
Yes, absolutely. If anyone has any more question, you can shut it in the box. Or if you have any follow up, you can just email us and
Mm.
then I'll let Linda know of the question and then we'll get back to you.
Yeah.
So I think we can wrap this up. Again, Linda, on behalf of Yes Education and everyone who joined us today, thank you so much.
Thank
This
you so
has been
much.
the most or one of the most genuinely exciting school presentations we ever had. And to everyone in our audience today, thank you for your time and for your fantastic questions. The recording of this webinar will be sent out to you, and all of our materials, like what Linda will be sending, we will also be sharing it to you so you can share it to the students. And if you have any prospective students or parents inquiries that we may help, you can just inform us, and then we can see what we can do. And yeah, thank you again, Linda, for introducing Institute Life. And we are very much looking forward to building this relationship and opening doors for Filipino students.
Thank you so much, Anna, for facilitating this. Thank you, Jade, Mary, and Patricia, and DAT. That's kind of cool name. Okay. Thank you so much for spending your time. I believe they have a
Mhm.
very precious one. Be safe in this weather. We're coming raining season, right?
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
Enjoy your weekend.
Enjoy
Merci
your weekend
beaucoup.
too,
Bon
Linda.
weekend. Bye bye.
Bye bye. Bye bye, everyone. Thank you for joining.